Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Full Monty Coding. This is your boy Charles getting back after it again with some coding. If you want to learn more coding techniques, be sure to hit that subscribe button and let's get after it. It's Christmas time of year again, and you want to set up your Christmas lights. You rummage through your Christmas storage box and pull out the rat's nest of lights. Upon untangling all your lights, you find many assorted links. You have X amount of linear feet for your house to cover, so you need to find out if you need to go to the store and purchase more lights or not. If you need more information on lists, for loops, and if statements, go ahead and check these videos out. So we're going to write a program that you can determine the amount of lights needed. So I set up like certain steps of what we want to cover, go over to complete this problem. So in here, I got store input of the house linear feet in a variable. Let's create a variable called house that takes in an input of linear feet that you need to hang your lights. So we use input function and enter the linear feet of your house. Now we need to change the data type to an int. So we need to wrap this input function inside an int. Now our second step, now we need to store the input of lights in feet in a variable. Let's make another variable and let's call it lights to take in the input of each length of lights. So equals input, enter the length of lights followed by spaces. Now we need to use the split function so we can make it into a list. Since the split function works with strings, we need to convert the string list into integers. So in our next step, we got to convert our lights input type, data type into an int. So let's make a for loop. And we're going to use the range and length of lights, so it will loop through each of the string of the numbers. Now we need to convert them into integers. So here's our meat and potatoes. This is where we're going to create our function. Let's start off by creating a variable for total amount of lengths of lights, and let's set that equal to 0. Now we can create our for loop and loop through each of the integers in lights and add it to the total. For light in lights, total equals total plus light. Using this for loop is actually the same thing as using the built-in sum function. All right, so now let's make our conditional statements, seeing if we need to go get lights or not get lights. That will be the question, right? So if the total, and that's the total of lights, is greater than or equal to house, which is our linear footage, let's make it print you have enough lights. Else, we'll print you need to go buy more lights. So let's add some values to our statement here. So we have enough lights, but how much lights do I have added together? So we'll use the fstring format function so we can insert our values. We can simply put f in front of our string, say you have, and we wrap our value inside the curly braces. And let's add a little bit more to this sentence. So you have a total, which is you have X amount of feet of lights, and you have enough lights. But for this one, on the else statement, we want to create another variable. Let's call it needed. Let's set that equal to house minus total. Let's make another fstring format. You have total feet of lights, and you need to go buy needed more lights. So when we use the fstring format function and using the f here, it's actually the same thing as putting dot format and passing in the values over here, total and needed. And then we just delete these. So now we have our meat and potatoes of our function. Let's turn it into an actual function. And let's name it result and pass in a parameter as integer. Let's go ahead and tab that over. And last but not least, let's go ahead and call this function and pass in our parameter lights. So there we got our simple little program to solve this problem of our lights, seeing if we need to go to the store and buy some lights, or if we can go ahead setting up our lights. Let's go ahead and run it. So enter the linear feet of your house. Let's say 100 feet. And what are our lengths? So maybe we got a 10 footer, 20, 12, maybe another 20, and how about a 6? So it says you have 68 feet of lights and you need to go buy 32 more lights. Let's run it one more time. Enter linear feet of your house. Let's say 100 again. And let's see if we can make it enough. So we have 20, we have 10, we got 50, and let's go 12 and 15. You have 107 feet of lights and you have enough lights. And there you have it. Hope you guys had fun. If you have any other ways of doing this, go ahead and throw it in the comments. Thanks for watching. If you have any recommendations for other coding lessons or have any questions, leave a comment. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button.